Good afternoon, Year 4. Welcome to your last lesson of today, which is Social Studies. Today is Thursday, the 9th of April. And yeah, basically, this is your last lesson for today. So I hope you're going to enjoy it and you're going to enjoy the activity that you have to do with this lesson. Um, we continue with Roman baths in this lesson. Um, there's no new piece of information. We are going to whatever we will be doing today will be based on the information that we already have. So what you have to do for now is sit back, activate those ears, and listen to the key facts that I'm gonna again go through about the Roman baths. In this part of the lesson, I want you to just remember and I want you to um, make sure that you really remember this information, and if you don't, just memorize it from this following reading. Okay, here is the PowerPoint presentation, and it's not doing anything. Okay, as usual. Let me see. Okay. All right, so what is the objective for today? You will have to explain what Roman baths were and know about the different amenities they contained. All right, how will you know or how can you reach this objective? You will be able to draw and write about different features of a Roman bathhouse in this lesson. That's how you will know that you were successful and you reached the objective. All right, so we're gonna recap the lesson. Okay, I included a realizing brain here. That means we should pretty much already know this stuff. And as I read it through, you will be thinking, oh, I actually remember this from my last lesson. All right, so Roman baths, okay? So as you know, the Romans were known for being very smart people. They were very innovative, engineering, um, and they were very good at creating designs, architecture. Okay, they were very good at building. So they used these skills to build a bathhouse, okay, or bathhouses, and they really showcased their talents through building these bathhouses. They were really a piece of artwork. All right, as you remember, water was heated by furnaces or fires, which were maintained by slaves, and the hypocaust system. Okay, so furnace was the actual fire, which is this part. Okay, and the hypocaust system used hot air under the floor to distribute the heat to where it was needed. So basically, to heat the pools and into the warm rooms. You remember there were like warm and heated rooms, and the heat from the furnaces was getting into these rooms through the hypocaust system. So this is where the hot air circulated. So this is the hypocaust system. All right, and as you remember, Roman baths were very nicely decorated, okay, with mosaics and mirrors, and the walls just had beautiful paintings, and there were glass ceilings and smooth marble-lined pools. So really, it was a very nice experience coming to the bathhouse because it wasn't only nice, chilling or generally relaxing, but at the same time, what you were looking at around you was very pleasant too. All right, if you remember the questions from the last lesson, question number one was how did the water get to the Roman bath? So um, it was either available from natural springs at the site, or they used the aqueduct system which the Romans developed and built to transfer from one place to another. If you can actually see in this picture, this is someone's house and this is the size of a human being. Look at how massive these aqueducts were. They all carried water on top of them to different places and Roman bathhouses. Amazing, right? Okay, so Roman baths were based on three main bathing experience. Okay, so first the bathers would relax in a warm room called the tepidarium, which is this room. They're actually not showing us the room, it's just the door. After that, they would enter the caldarium, which was a hot room to sweat out dirt. So caldarium is this room. If you can see, like this is the hypocaust system under the floor to heat the actual room to make it hot. And the last one was a frigidarium, which was a cold bath big enough to swim in. And if you remember, this trigil was a tool to scrape off dirt from the skin. All right, so as you know, there were other things to do at the Roman bathhouses other than visiting the different rooms. There was a gym available for people to exercise, get fit. People could get a massage, or people could buy nice food, drink, okay? And then some baths would have separate pools, steam rooms, and saunas. Okay, I told you steam room is a room full of hot steam to help you sweat in general. And sauna is also a very hot room, but no steam. All right, there was entertainment to keep people entertained, obviously, before bathing and after bathing, okay. And some of the bigger baths had more than one of each type of room. All right, as you remember, there were changing rooms in the bathhouses, and people would either have the slave with them to carry their clothes around and just generally look after their clothes, or they would have the option of hiring an actual um, like an attendant or someone to look after their property, because at that time people had to be careful with their belongings. They were not as lucky as us in Abu Dhabi, where stealing rarely happens. Okay, what is your task for today? Okay, I'm actually going to skip this part and I'm going to come here because I'm going to explain this much better when we have the whole layout in front of us. Right, okay. You must imagine that you are a rich Roman, okay? You have a lot of money, you live in the Roman Empire, and you just opened your own new bathhouse, okay? Now, using the information from the lesson, that everything we learned about the bathhouses, okay? Um, you can also make further research on the internet. You can go on Google and you can Google things and look at things about Roman bathhouses. It's completely up to you, okay? And now you will have to make a poster to show what is inside the bath. So let's say you opened your new bathhouse and you really want to show people, you want to invite people in, you want to make sure that they all come in. So you need to make a really nice poster or a flyer to give out to people, right? So you have 3 squares here. So I would recommend that you choose 3 rooms or 3 experiences, okay? You draw them here, and in the rectangular box under the square box, I would just write a little bit of like information about it. So for example, we know about the 3 main experiences, right? So you can actually go back to this slide, open it, okay? So we had tepidarium, we had caldarium, we had frigidarium. You can easily look into the actual picture and see how it looks, okay? And then you can draw the 3 and write something about them, okay? If you want to add different things, maybe you don't necessarily want to show tepidarium or caldarium, you know that there was also a gym at the Roman bathhouse, so you may draw a picture of your gym at the bathhouse, okay? Like, look at us, we also have a great gym, but please bear in mind that it's year 70 or 100 AD, before the year 0. And at that time, gyms did not look the way they look today. So try to use that imagination to try to see, imagine how the gym looked during Roman Empire times. Or you can, there was definitely a room for a massage. So there was a room where people got a massage. So you can draw that room. Um, when there's sold food, maybe you can draw a room where people eat, okay, where there's food available, okay. So it's basically up to you which 3 things you're going to choose here, which 3 rooms you're going to show to your customers. Think of what you would like to put on your poster to make sure that people will really feel excited when they see that poster, like, wow, what a great place. I really want to come to that bathhouse. All right, so this is basically what you have to do. What you will do as well is take a picture of it and submit it in a folder on ClassDojo. Now, I'd like you to think what brain or which ACP are we actually using for this particular activity? Which one of the ACPs did we use? Well, I hope you thought about complex and multi-step problem solving. How are we using that? So we break down a task. So I need to think about what do I have to do? I need to first do like a bit of research, either on the internet or I use my PowerPoint presentation. I need to draw, and then I need to write some information about the pictures that I drew, right? So basically we broke down a task into 3 steps, okay? And we chose, or we thought about these 3 steps, and we chose these steps to basically complete that task. All right. And there's another one, which is creating originality. I hope you thought of that too. And you will be using your originality. That means you will be creating something new. You will be creating your own new poster. And I'd like you to be as creative as possible. And of course, I'm always looking forward to see creative work from you guys. All right, so that's it. If you can, at the end, okay, print this out, stick it in your notebook together with your worksheet and your work, and just look at the objectives and see if you think you reached the success criteria. All right, that is all from me. Wishing everyone a wonderful weekend. Please take a plenty of rest, switch off, and just purely enjoy until we start our new learning week on Sunday. Okay, take care.